Hi, good evening once again. I hope you're all fine. So we are back again, and this week was one of the baddest week for me. This is because I went against my trading plan, and normally I don't trade on Mondays and Fridays, but I decided to trade Friday this week, and it showed me perfect, a real perfect. I've learned a lesson again. Always I do. Sometimes I do and I learn a lesson, but this week's one was a very big lesson. So let's start by going to Forex Factory to look at what happened fundamentally last week and then what will be happening fundamentally in the upcoming week. So let me tune back to last week. 14. Right. So right, so in average you can see that the dollar didn't really gain strength last week because the FOMC maintained interest rate at the same rate. If they had decreased it, it would be extremely weak. But since it is still currently almost all the pair has reduced interest rate, but the dollar is still maintaining their pace on the interest rate because they said inflation rate, even though it's decreasing, but it's still too high for them. So they've maintained the same interest rate. And then PPI was negative, CPI, core PPI was negative, all the CPIs too were negative. That's why dollar is a bit weak. Okay, so let's look at what's happening. Let's look at what will be happening next week. Or the upcoming month. All right. So on Monday we are expecting when we only go tight to the rest. All right. So on Monday we are seeing Empire State Manufacturing Index, and they're expecting it to be a bit positive. But I will try and then look at the technical side and see whether we can predict it as the same way. And then we have retail sales. It's also here in which they are predicting that it will increase. Okay, so this one will increase. The month in month will increase, and the core retail sales will still maintain at 2%. And Wednesday there's a bank holiday for US. Okay. Then on Thursday, our CHF2 is now coming to talk about its policy rate. We don't know whether they will decrease it or they will maintain. And then pounds too is top analysts are also expecting pounds to maintain their interest rate here. They're also expecting pounds to maintain its interest rate. So if we see a decrease in interest rate, then it means that pounds is about to become weak. I will analyze that today. Then
Only repeat that pound is about to.
this is it.
Only repeat that one. You said if the interest rate is decreased,
Yes.
then
Yeah, it will scare away investors. So if interest rate is decreased, investors will now be either looking for another opportunity to put their investment in instead of investing in the pound. So
your lines,
in
I seem to be losing you from time to time. Because the The sound is not that consistent.
I'm sure it's the internet. Today's internet is very bad here. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So I mean that if interest rate is reduced to, let's say, 5.0, right? It is reduced to, let's say, 5.0, then it means that pounds will be a bit weak. This is because investors who are investing in the pounds will switch to other alternatives to earn more interest rate instead of investing in the pounds. You get it? So GBP USD as a pair will fall when the interest rate is being reduced. But once maybe it is increased to, let's say, 5.5, GBP USD will buy. People will be investing more in their pounds, and then GBP USD will buy.
Understood.
So this week is also a very bloody week because we are seeing a lot of red. So when we are talking about fundamentals, when the impact is red, you see, when we come to Forex Weekly, there is date, the time it will happen, the currencies that will be affected, the impact, the detail, the actual, the forecast, and the previous, and then the graph. So the date is the actual date that the news will take place, or the information will be out. The currency here is the currencies that will be affected when the news is being released. So any currency that has USD attached to it, like GBP USD, Euro USD, gold also has USD attached to it. We have gold, which is we have XAU USD, and sometimes we have XAU GBP. That one is also there. So XAU USD will also be affected with this. News. And now the impact, when you see red impact, means that when you see red here, it means it has a very high impact on the market. That when information is being released, or when the data comes out, right, markets will really be volatile. So they are, I think, let me bring out the other ones too. So when it is yellow, it doesn't really have a very high impactation. And when it is orange, it has like medium impact. Okay, yeah, medium impact. And then when it is red, it has a very high impact. And when it is white, then it means normally bank holidays, as you can see from here. So this is what will be happening within the week fundamentally. So details is information about this particular news. So when you click on details, you get the information. So measures. So what does this, let's say, this data measure? So for example, it measures the level of diffusion index based on survey manufacturers in New York State. So actual greater than forecast is good for currency. So for example, if we have negative 12.5 here, right? If the results come in and it is, let's say, negative 10, it is greater than negative 12, so it is positive. So if, let's say, we have 1 and the forecast is negative 12, it is still positive. But let's say when we have negative 20 or we have negative 15, it is bad for the currency. So this is basically what it entails. So any of the news or any of the data that are shown here, you can click on detail and you get more information about it. So when you click on detail, you get more information about it. So most importantly, when you click on the source, for example, they will take you to the website, the original website that you'll be getting the information from. So for example, you can go to the latest, the original website, and then you get the real information from that site, and you can read and then get other kind of information, right? So this is just a summary of trading view. So the actual is here, which is the actual data that is out, and then the forecast has been here. This is a forecast by top analysts and the rest. Then the previous year is giving us the previous data that was released in the previous month. So that is basically what this is basically a summary of Forex Factory or some fundamentals. So let's move to our technical. Is there any question up to this point?
No, for the metrics here, I get you.
Okay. So let's start. All right. So in the upcoming week, I can't see dollar become strong. Can't see dollar to become strong. Can see that because currently it's taking here. We are retesting here, so we are expecting. Yeah, this is a dollar index that was created by a friend of mine. It's the same dollar index, but this is different calculation, so you can see from here a lot of calculations. My friend created it for me. It's called Jake. Jake, he is, I think, a German. Yeah, I think a German. He's a very good analyst too. So most often, for the pairs, he has his own analysis, his own kind of pairs and the like. So what we are seeing here is currently dollar is not that strong, all right, and we can see that this is more or less like we got structure here. Yeah, it's more or less like a change of character, right? The market has come to retest here, so now we're expecting something like this. Yeah, so we're expecting something like this, like dollar index. So we're expecting next week. We're expecting dollar to become more weak. Let's look at the dollar index. That has been given by trading view themselves. In the dollar index by trading view. And the dollar index by trading view is experiencing an upwards movement. That's the dollar index I normally focus on. So this dollar index has the dollar index of trading view There's been something like a change of character here, and price has come to retest. So more or less like a move to the upside. But let me check the other one again. Hmm. Yeah, for me, I think this one is making sense to me. I think this one is making sense to me. I'll go by this one. And I'll go by this one. So the upcoming week, I'm expecting dollar to be weak. Yes. And target, yeah. Even though this is not tradable, but just give me a idea what I'll be expecting on dollar. Expecting dollar to be weak. So let me go on GBP USD because US GBP will be moving. So like something like this. Wow. More or less like a break of structure here. And then we are having a change of character here. So I think that maybe interest rates will be reduced. That's what I think. Interest rate I think will be reduced if only markets will follow this pattern. So I think within the week, markets can accelerate to this side before selling. So something like this. The other market can come to this other block before it sells. Sometimes it can come within this side. Let's see. Wow. This is it, and I think this will be used as liquidity. Market will come in switches. Think so. Market will come in switches. Okay, so I think market will come something like this. At least in the upcoming weeks, this will be our first target. This will be our first target. This 1.2657 first target, our second target. Right. So this is what I'm expecting on pounds USD. I think it's either interest rate will be reduced or it will be maintained. Any of them. I'm expecting the pounds to fall within the week. So this is my take on pounds USD. I think we are going down. But since we got to this weekly other block here, we can see there's been some kind of deficiency here. Since we got here, there's some kind of deficiency here. Market is not really giving enough pressure to go. So I think the upcoming weekly pounds USD is going downwards. Going downwards. That's what I think. So pounds USD is going downwards. Let's check the USD. All right, so Euro USD is following our last week analysis exactly as we predicted. Let's go the time. Yeah. So we predicted that it's either it will come to this breaker block last week. In our analysis, we predicted whether it will come to this breaker block before moving downwards, or it will come to this highest order block before coming down. And we can see that yes, it's also gone there. Went there before. The record is we normally call this a breaker block. The market also came to the breaker block. We are seeing a sell to the downside. So still targeting where I was targeting. So last week I was targeting here, and currently it's here. So we are coming here and then leads to this other block. It leads to this other block. So I think yeah, we are coming down here. Yes. So for Euro USD, our analysis is playing out perfectly. So let's go to NAS100. See, for my analysis, I don't really do plenty things.
Euro no be who are the best we market ni be na pure after selling heavily.
Last week, Euro USD, what's me trade Euro USD?
That you meant me and trade you. Then it started selling heavy no.
Analysis for paper. When was the last week?
Paper so meant me and trade.
The movement also started in New York. Fine thing. Sabi they were landing crab buy and we be show class of SL. Buy can see we show class of SL. So I think USD is following us and let's go to NAS100. I'm now trying to there's some simple secret about NAS100. It makes trading this pair very easy. Just that it is very volatile. I will teach this. I will teach the strategy some other time. Let me try the analysis. So as we predicted last week, we were expecting I think it's a prediction or something that I use. Like I did analysis on some. Okay. So this is what I was expecting. Last week I made mention that I'm expecting market to come and then at least clear this low and then maybe come here before it continues. But it didn't come there. But it continued straight away. Which for me, I wouldn't be joining. If I will be joining, I'll wait for market to at least come down. So in the upcoming week too, we're expecting the move to the upside, the same thing. So let's look at the smaller trends and then look at something. The smaller trend is still intact, moving upwards. Wow. So currently market has created a new high. This is the lowest before the new high got created. So something 15. So I want to see whether market will likely come down. Not sure. Okay. It has been tapped. Looks like tapped. So the only clean side here, I think, here. Because it's also taking liquidity here. They're also taking liquidity here. Finally, we can expect something like this. We can expect something like this on NAS100. Think so. And you go up. So sometimes for predicting TPs, you can pull up our extension. If this market will come in, and at least the price of 19,704 will be sold. 19,704. Here, for example, could be the first TP because it is likely market will come there. What kind of this? So let's go to oil. Right. So oil, so I was expecting it to fall a bit before going to the upside, but it didn't listen to me. Say, hey, what do you mean? Going to my direction. You said I should fall. Because it's needed to at least maybe fall to this side. That's what I was expecting. At least fall to this side. We test on this before moving. But it didn't. It just went straight up. Just went straight up. So in the upcoming, you see, one of the reasons why I'm currently a bit bullish on oil is because OPEC and most of the oil firms have decided to cut down production. So since they are going to cut down production, supply will be less and then demand will increase. So if demand increases, price will increase. So that's why I'm expecting market to move to the upside. So I'm expecting the same thing, the movement to the upside. So let me go to the pair that killed me this week. My favorite pair. Good. This pay gave me the Judas string on Monday, continued on Tuesday, Wednesday, now give me this and that was only claim for this as a liquidity. I didn't even realize that. I learned that. God is trying to print something that the upcoming week is going to be bullish. As you can see, this page, so candlestick here. God is trying to print something different. But it is taking some kind of liquidity on the daily time frame. And it is currently moving to the upside. All right, so for what I'm seeing, I'm still bearish on it. No bullish on it. I'm still bearish on it. I'm still bearish on it. I'm still bearish on it. I'm expecting gold to still sell in that time. I'm still bearish on gold. Okay, so I'm still bearish on gold. I'm expecting gold to sell in the upcoming week. And currently it is already doing some quick edge. So if Monday opens, right? If Monday opens and here is still intact, and here, sorry, if Monday opens and here is still intact without any breakage, right? Then I think markets can use Monday to sweep maybe this high here. Then the sales can start. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm still bearish in the upcoming week on gold because the smaller time frames here or the small structure here to me is bringing out sales. So I'll be bearish on gold in the upcoming week. And I'm still targeting my old price. Still targeting gold. I'm still targeting. So currently I'll be targeting here. I'll be targeting here as my first confluence, like 2287. I'll be targeting here. That's my second price. But note that if Monday opens and Monday breaks here, if Monday breaks here, then my bias will change to bullish. To at least fill here until. So if Monday, it's either you can see some small move to the upside here, then we come down. Or if it breaks, you can see some retest. I think we are heading up something like this. So this is what I'll be expecting. If market breaks here, then you're expecting move to the upside, something like that. But if not, then if market doesn't break, then we are coming down. That's what I'm expecting. Maybe here it can be another block anyway or something. Okay. This is a bigger order block too. But I don't really have. Okay, then we can create 3 scenarios. Maybe market will break, come and tap here, then sell. Right, that's another scenario. Or you can break, retest, and then go to heaven. So that's basically like 3 scenarios. But my bias on my view on gold is sell until it breaks this high. If it breaks this high, if it breaks here, my bias will change from sells to buys. But if it doesn't, then I'm expecting more sells. If it doesn't, then I'm expecting more sells on good. Basically, this is what I'll be expecting for this week. Please, is there any question? Is there any question? Let me quickly check analysis on pounds index. So, right, pounds index is it's bearish. Bearish. It being bearish will confirm after maybe breaks here. If it breaks here, then I think bearishness unsettled. So let me check on Euro to what is it to see it. I didn't see it. Please check this footage. Let's check this one out. Euro is bearish. So Euro USD, GBP USD. I think Euro USD here. The sales will continue. The sales will continue in Euro USD because according to this, yeah, so we are coming down. Please, is there any question? Is there any question?
No, on my side, the question.
Oh, okay. Mr. Osai, please, is there any question?
I would say no at the moment, but possibly while the week rolls on, I could write those questions down and let you know.
All right. Then, in the absence of any question, we end our session for today. Thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate your time. And see you next week.
Okay, thank you too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.